I am your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. I watched a video of Pastor Ezekiel Dachomo weeping over the grave, the mass grave, where 20 something members of his community were buried. He was weeping afresh and praying to God. He was lamenting and praying to God because of the provocative statements made by Sheikh Gumi. He alleged, according to Ezekiel Dachomo, pastor, and some publications online, that a medical doctor that he did not name told him that in order to buttress the allegation of Christian genocide in northern Nigeria by criminal, radical Islamic extremists, that Christians in the Middle Belt carry empty coffins to bury in order to portray the imagery of genocide against Christians. Sheikh Gumi is a medical doctor, just like me. Sheikh Gumi was born in 1960. I was born in 1959. Sheikh Gumi joined the military and retired as and left as a captain. For somebody who is a medical doctor, somebody who is a commissioned officer, because we saw commissioned officer and wiki. That young man said that I have integrity. For a medical doctor, a commissioned officer, Sheikh Gumi, and an old man like me, Sheikh Gumi is supposed to have more integrity and a sense of responsibility and national responsibility. Should be thinking of national unity rather than religious bigotry. I know he went to the Middle East to study Islamic theology. But when religion beclouds your sense of reasoning, it's no longer rascality, it is insanity. For Sheikh Gumi to say that people in the Middle Belt made coffins, then brought excavator, dug a large grave to bury, it shows the level of his depravity and delusion. In Muslim communities, people have been killed. And when they are burying some of them, they bury them with their clothing. You could see, or they just wrap some with white cloth, but you could still see the figure of the person, and they bury them. In some Christian communities, you will still see the people with their clothing. I've seen the ones that by the time they were deceased, they were covered with leaves and wrappers and were buried like that with sand heaped over them. Is the height of irresponsibility, religious bigotry, and mental delusion for Sheikh Gumi to say that Christians in the Middle Belt hope I've not been saying Middle East. Christians in the Middle Belt will excavate somebody's land where they farm. Land is precious to these people, and then put a mass grave. And I heard Pastor Ezekiel Dachomo call on God, called on the blood of those slain people and even their skeletons to haunt Sheikh Gumi. I don't think he has a conscience. His conscience has been seared by religious bigotry and bloodthirstiness. His attempt to hoist terrorism on the federal government has failed woefully. And people have been calling for his arrest. His fraternity with the bandits is a thing of national concern. Even the local government chairpersons and governors, and sometimes you see security vehicles, bandits coming out of them, goes to show Americans' concern about security in Nigeria. It goes to emphasize what T.Y. Danjuma said, that there's collaboration with prominent people and these bandits, these terrorists, wicked, evil, genocidal, radical Islamists. I did not put the video of Pastor Ezekiel Dachomo's lamentation here out of responsibility, because there were some things he said that can escalate tension between different religious groups, Christians and Muslims. Reverend Ezekiel Dachomo, Sheikh Gumi is a representative of a fringe and insane radical Islamist group. Insane, dangerous. He does not represent the totality of Muslims in Nigeria, does not represent the totality of Islam. There are peaceful Muslims we have lived with in Ughelli here and all over Nigeria. In the western part of Nigeria, Muslims cohabit with Christians. In Edo State here, President Tinubu is a Muslim. He's married to a pastor. Sheikh Gumi is an aberration, a danger to society. No wonder Saudi Arabia denied him entry for the Hajj. If he was a true Muslim, if he was a valuable Muslim, if he was a reasonable Muslim, Saudi Arabia would have welcomed him. He is an outcast, a nuisance. Sheikh Gumi, you are a disgrace. You are a nuisance. Sheikh Gumi, people like you should have been in prison. If Saudi Arabia denied you and deported you, we confirm Donald Trump's assertion that Nigeria is a disgraced country for allowing people like you move around freely and talk freely. You are a disgrace to the medical profession, a disgrace to the military, a disgrace to Islam, because Saudi Arabia rejected you. And information has it that he knew that he had been banned from entering Saudi Arabia, and he still went. He thinks that other nations are as reckless and dysfunctional like Nigeria, that he will go and do gra-gra. He threw him away with his dirty beards. Tragically, he has a son who just left the military. I hope that one will be better than this fellow. I'm seeing prominent Muslims in different fields speaking out against terrorism and the evil that is being perpetuated. There's a video why you must not travel by road in the north. It's too nauseating to share here. You can look for them. Our country is sick, and there are so many sick people being given audience, particularly when they come from a particular part of the country and when they belong to a particular religious group. But people like Saudi Arabia don't tolerate such people. I remain Dr. Charles Apoki. God bless you.